Hey there, fam. How's it going? And welcome to episode the Midweek Motivation. How y'all doing? Y'all having a great week? You're just working super hard? I know y'all are. So today's midweek motivation is a special one. It's the one that's gonna just really uplift you. It's really gonna motivate you, which is the premise of all this. But it is talking about the breakthrough. Talking about the breakthroughs that you are on the brink of. You are on the brink of so many breakthroughs. You just can't give up, right? I know it might be a little difficult. I know that even if things are going great, right, you can't fall into the complacency of just, oh wow, everything's going perfect right now. I'm doing well. I can get off the pedal, get off the pedal a little bit. No, you need to keep going, keep striving. If it's going 100%, go 110%. If it's not doing so good, let's level up. Yeah. So that's what I want to talk about. But with that, when I was in my devotional time, I was just really preparing for this word for you guys and also for myself. God said something that was quite interesting. He said that sometimes, for you to get to that breakthrough, God has to break something that's inside of you. Now, that could mean anything. Now, I'm going to repeat that one more time because I just feel like maybe you weren't taking notes. So if you're not taking notes, I would write this one down. I feel like this is a good bullet point to take a moment just to write down. Don't worry, I'll wait. Grab a pen, a pencil, a crayon, whatever it is. But write this one down. Sometimes, for you to get to your breakthrough, God has to break something inside of you. Whether that's an addiction, whether that's a chain that's been over your life. Maybe it's a chain that is being passed along from generation to generation, and now it lands on you. Now it is your job to be the chain breaker in your family, to break through and break loose all the generational curses. Yeah? Sometimes God has to go and work inside of us first to get to that next step. Sometimes we go and we get so excited, we get so maybe even to the point of anxious of like, oh God, what's going to happen next? What's happening? What's happening? Like, why is this moving? Why isn't this, happening the way I thought it would, the time I thought it was going to happen? Well, maybe God is still working inside of you something to help break some stuff off you, right? Maybe there's something that's been caked on into your life that's now become so just over you, so much, so heavy that's actually weighing you down. Maybe God needs to break off an anchor in your life or help you break off an anchor in your own way. Because God wants you to live free. God wants you to live anchor free. He wants you to be without any chains, without any restrictions. He wants you to go, just follow him full send. But if you're dragging along something from your past, you can't take that into your future because it's going to contaminate it, right? You hear that saying, one rotten apple spoils the whole bunch. Well, it's true. There could be maybe not an apple. Maybe it's something that's you've held on to because you grew up with that way. Maybe, there's a certain mentality that you need to switch. There's something that needs to change in you because if you continue having this mindset you have now, when God tries to promote you to that next level, you're going to bring that mindset of poverty. You're going to bring that mindset of just self-doubt. You're going to bring that mindset of just, low confidence, whatever it might be, into this new section of your life. And God doesn't want that. God wants you to go just full send, completely liberated for it. So for a third time, I'll say it. Maybe before you get to your breakthrough, God has to break something inside of you. And that's okay. That's something we need to go for every single day and be like, God, how can I get better? Lord, don't let me become complacent in this. Because, it's like a shark. Shark Week's coming up in a little soon, pretty soon, or it has passed, depending on whenever you're watching this. But a shark has to always be in movement at all times. Because if it stops, it dies. That's how we need to be. We need to, let's say you go and you've wanted to reach, let's say, this position in your job, right? And you finally get there. Well, don't just fall complacent like, okay, this is good enough. I've reached, what I thought was my high point. That's it. No. Maybe God wants you not just to be a manager, but he wants you to be CEO. Maybe he wants you to be the owner of the business. Maybe he wants you just to keep on elevating you. Not for you. Maybe he needs you at a high position to then influence those under you. All right? To have you just be the beacon and the lighthouse and the steady point and the foundation for this company to get out of maybe a bad position. Maybe they were in they were going bankrupt and now you're at the head of it now because God is guiding you and you're letting him guide you. Now you can take that company from just doing horrible in profits to a super high margin, right? I'm getting super technical with it, but it could be as simple as maybe God wants you to be the leader, of your team, whether it's like a sports team, whether it's your fellowship group, whether, he wants you to be a leader at your church, whatever it might be, and your friend, whatever it might be. Maybe God needs you in that position because then when you're in that position, now you're a person of influence. You're a man, you're a woman of influence. That when you speak, people listen, that you command certain levels of respect, not because you have earned it, no, because God has helped you and he's guided you and he's placed you in these positions, right? So for us to get to that breakthrough, we need to very much understand that it is through him that we get to those breakthroughs. That we need to stay sensitive, stay humble to his voice, stay keen to what he talks to us about, when he talks to us about things. Because if we were to veer off track, then you're not just now affecting yourself, you're affecting those under you, right? So God wants you to be completely prepared. And you might be thinking, Rodz, man, but I've been putting in the work. Awesome, keep going for it. If your things are going great, keep getting after it, keep repeating that process and keep asking God to do more, right? Let's say you figured out how to just, boom, you're going to streamline in your company, in your business, in your job, in your school, whatever, right? Well, how can you make that even better? Maybe now God wants you to take that, that mainframe, that setup that you had and pass it on to a different school, to a different friend group, to a different spot. Maybe he wants to keep on elevating you, right? But he needs to break you out of that, complacency, that level of just like, everything's just okay. No, he maybe wants to break you out of that to reach not just a neighborhood. He wants you to reach your state, to reach your nation, to reach your country, to reach the world, right? Whatever God has planned for you, don't sell yourself short in thinking, okay, God, I'm good just right here. Break through, get after it, go full send, and give all you got at all times, right? Give everything you have to God, and then God can do so much more with it. When you place it in his hands, in the potter's hands, in the creator's hands, in the person that created the world, and he spoke it, and boom, man was created. He spoke it, and the light, was done, and darkness was taken away. There's so many things, right? Like, man, when I think about just how great God is with us, when he's just so omniscient and just so powerful, and he just understands some things that we don't even understand. Maybe we don't understand why we're in this position in our lives, why we haven't progressed, or maybe why we're getting sped through. Maybe you feel you're just getting just hyper speed through something. You're like, God, I'm not prepared for this. That's fine. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. So if you feel like you're just going hyper speed to something and you're just blessing upon blessing upon blessings, then I would suggest, like, all right, God, give me the discernment and how to manage this properly. Give me the wisdom of what to do and what to say, and just the clarity of how to make these decisions properly. Guide me and show me what I need to do next. These blessings are amazing, and I want to really take it and enjoy all these blessings, but I don't want to go and just not treat them properly with the respect and the care they need. Then now they become burdens, right? So guys and girls, everybody, brothers and sisters, if this is you and you feel like just, man, like either on the one side, like, oh man, I feel like I'm going through a really dark spot. I feel like I'm just struggling. Or you're on the other side of things and it's just, while you're going hyper speed and God's just blessing you so much. And both of them ask for wisdom, ask for clarity, and ask for discernment. So God can guide you to that very next step. Yeah? You guys feel motivated? I'm motivated. I'm pumped up for it. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these talks. There's some things happening, some things in the work, a couple of secrets that I got going on here that very excited for what's to come. Let's just put it that way. There's a lot of good things and a lot of great things that glory goes to God for it. That are coming, and I'm excited. I'm excited for what's about to start unveiling, what's to start happening. You guys will be noticing very, very soon some new things, on the way. But until then, stay tuned. See y'all next week. Stay safe and make it the best day ever.